Morning.
Madam Secretary, before we get started, I'd like to thank you for taking the time out of your incredibly busy schedule to speak with us today. On behalf of my colleagues here, I'm glad that you've recovered from your illness and injury, and I hope you continue to feel better. Your tireless service to this country and the American people is greatly appreciated, and I have the utmost respect for the office of the Secretary of State and understand the importance and significance of your duties in these troubling times. And incidentally, your successor has some tremendous shoes to fill, and I thank you personally for your sacrifice, these sleepless nights, and the long hours and the hundreds of millions of miles that you've traveled as a noble and respected representative of our country. Now, if we can get started. I commend you on your choice of colors today. I think we can all agree that green is a warm and friendly choice that really becomes you. Your beauty heightens all of the senses of the human body, and I can't be the first to say food tastes better when you're close by. Now we need to get into the details of this Benghazi incident. As soon as I say that, I've heard from several people that on the odd occasion you've been able to eat dinner at home, you have in your majestically clean kitchen conjured up a fantastically flavorful Caesar salad. So kudos to your culinary skills, my noble Lady Lori. But I digress, which is something that you, with your laser focus on the task at hand, clearly never do. So just to make sure I get to cover everything today, I'm going to just rail through this list here. Shiny hair, toned calves, great tasting coffee, remembers birthdays, good sense of humor, gives great advice, likes to write excellent reference letters. And lastly, Madam Secretary, your presence here sends a tingle up my leg and makes my heart flutter in a way that caffeine or roller coasters never could. Madam Secretary, on the evening of the attack on the Benghazi consulate...
Time is up.
Of A with Brian Sapp.
You're watching a special inauguration edition of Style Gestapo with our fashion experts. Entertainment Weekly fashion editor, Braun Bay. Daughter of someone famous, Jerry Halston. And senior fashion editor at The Blaze, Grant Yesterly. Show us your fashion papers, please. It's the Style Gestapo.
Welcome back. Tonight, we finally take down the dowdy, average-looking wives of politicians. That's right, we're talking inauguration gowns. Okay, gang, Michelle Obama. I think she looks stunning in her gown, okay? She's been very classically dressed, reminiscent of like a Jackie Kennedy, but this was new and spicy, okay? It shows off her great figure, and the color looks amazing.
As someone who makes fun of what people wear for a living, as in that's my only job in life, I've got to say, just the notion of a ball gown on a first lady is kind of like, why do we fight a revolution against the monarchy? Am I right?
All right, look, if you just accept the notion that Barack Hussein Obama was legally elected president and that those two people are married, I don't know what to tell you, okay?
Let's move on to 1993. Here's Hillary Clinton.
Benghazi.
This color works for Barbara Bush, but I think it's too bold for Clinton's bulldog exterior. She's too bold. She's scaring me, okay? Stick with the green you wore at the hearings, Hillary. It was very warm and friendly.
Totally. This looks very mother of the bride to me, I think. Not that I've ever been married or invited to a wedding, so I have no context for my comment.
Okay, how about this? Notice how this dress does nothing to address Vince Foster's murder. White water, that should tell you something.
Okay, let's take a look at Mamie Eisenhower, who's wearing a peach ball gown with crystals. Now, I'm the daughter of someone famous, so let me give my expert opinion. This dress looks stupid.
Took the words out of my mouth, girlfriend, and by that I mean my only friend. I hate this gown. Mamie, what are you thinking? Answer me, Mamie. Peach Pepto-Dismal, am I right? She isn't wearing the dress, it's wearing her.
No offense, Mamie Eisenhower, if you're watching, but you're a little boxy to be a model. 3 words, 2-finger diet, okay? I once lost 12 pounds in an hour so I could walk the red carpet at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. Respect yourself.
Yeah. Right now, arms are being shipped from Angola into Turkey. Fast and the Furious 2. Think about it. Eric Holder and Where's He? Senior Frogs. It's a cover. Irresponsible. It's irresponsible.
Oh my gosh, you're feisty.
So feisty.
I cover fashion for The Blaze. So.
Oh, is that the Oh God.
It's not. It has nothing to do with gay rights. It's not a gay rights.
Well, let's move on to Helen Taft, who looks so cute.
She is so small. I just want to tie her to a colorful leash and walk her like a chihuahua.
I mean, I hear Helen Taft was 2 feet, 6 inches tall. So jealous, okay? I love a tiny little human saying, "Look at me, world!" You can tell that she's feeling it. So hot, so sexy.
Oh boy, I'd switch parties for her.
Let's remember the Bay of Pigs. Huh? Who's talking about that? Who's asking the question? Why a bay? No one is.
Okay, finally, let's take a look at Martha Washington.
She looks like garbage. She actually looks like total trampy garbage.
I mean, it might as well be George in a wig. I'm perfect and everyone else, especially Martha, stinks.
I'll add my opinion so I finally feel like I'm a part of something. She looks awful. Oh, that collar is so 1788. Martha, get it together, girl. No one likes me because I say awful things all the time and I'm incredibly lonely.
It should be said her husband was a great man, but Martha Washington, you're a garbage monster.
Join us next week as we look at the style evolution of Jennifer Lawrence. Good night.
TFN.
Jennifer Lawrence got a text message on 9/11 that said stay out of New York. JenniferLawrenceInfo.com.
ABC's 1 + 1. Learning's great, learning's fun. Fun. Great times and diversity. We're all the same, you and me. Yay! Feeling good, having fun. Everybody's #1. Eating vegan, living green. We don't keep score, that would be mean. Pumpernickel Boulevard. Pumpernickel Boulevard. Pumpernickel Boulevard. Pumpernickel Boulevard.
And we are done. What do you think?
I think over 160,000 people died of lung cancer this year.
Okay, I'll be more specific. What do you think of our snowman?
It sends a bad message. It should quit smoking.
Yeah, Mayor Winkler banned smoking in public and in private. He also banned all fire.
He protects us from ourselves.
Okay, it's a corn cob pipe. I mean, that is classic Frosty.
You named it?
What, the snowman?
Yes.
Snow person, Brian. Hello, gender neutral. We need to lose that hat, too.
Okay, women can wear top hats.
Right. Like the only choices are men and women. Your disregard of the other 7 genders is indefensible.
Thank you.
Totally. And that top hat, I mean, it represents the 1%. Why don't we just give him a monocle and some slaves while we're at it?
Good one. You're very funny.
Okay, goodbye, top hat. Goodbye, whimsical pipe.
And no name, Brian. Frosty conjures up visions of frozen fast food treats. And with the obesity in this country...
Okay, listen, it's in the song. Frosty the snowman, corn cob pipe, button nose, 2 eyes made out of coal.
I prefer renewable energy source for the eyes.
Okay, you cannot make snowman eyes out of a...
Snow person, Brian.
Cannot make snow person eyes out of wind or solar power.
Oh, how about geothermal eyes?
That's great.
All right, fine. I guess our snow person is blind.
Sight challenged, Brian.
In the 18th century, this guy.
Well, behold our pipeless, hatless, eye-challenged snow person with a jolly, happy soul.
A soul carries too much theosophical baggage. Let's just leave it at emotionally void assembly of frozen water molecules.
At least it has a nose so it can get a good whiff of your bullcrap.
Wait, don't you find the carrot offensive?
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a dig on Barbra Streisand, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love her.
Gonna go have some eggnog spiked with cyanide.
Pumpernickel Boulevard.
Welcome back. I'm joined now by a panel of experts to discuss the issues of importance to me. You know my first guest through his written contributions and regular appearances on this program. Please welcome comedian and entrepreneur Matt Fisher.
Hey, it's great to be here as myself. It's kind of amazing.
It's nice having you here.
opportunity to tell everybody about
What you got?
celebrity wine, special selection, Fisher special selection.
Celebrity wine.
You might be interested in purchasing it. It's not available in any store. Can't be carried in stores or online. But
Why can't it be carried in stores or online?
it just has this one's starting to separate a little bit. It's just it's not.
What's in it that it's separated?
Most liquor stores is very specific, like chemically what you can sell and what you can't sell, and this falls just outside a lot of.
Is that wine? That's a red wine.
You know what? I'm not supposed to be calling it wine. It's a special selection.
My next guest is an avid cycling enthusiast and the president of the Lance Armstrong fan club, LanceArmstrongisInnocent.net. Please welcome Wade Connors. You okay? Wade?
How could this happen?
How could what?
How could this happen to Big Tex?
Big Tex?
People call him that, you know.
I didn't know that.
I do.
Okay.
You should.
I didn't.
Why don't you?
I don't follow cycling.
This is a terrible tragedy.
And finally, my last guest is an inaugural poet hopeful. Please welcome Windswept Maple Tree.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks to you for being here. Here, where are we? We're here.
That's a poem?
Yes,
Oh.
thank you.
And your name is Windswept Maple Tree?
Yes,
And
Windswept Maple Tree.
And you were born, you came out of the womb, your parents threw a name at you?
No, they gave me no name. They allowed me to find it on my own when I was 3 years old in a meadow.
You picked your name at 3 years old?
Mm-hmm.
Windswept
Yes.
Maple Tree. So presumably it was windy and you saw a tree?
Yes.
Oh.
That is exactly how I found out who I am.
Oh, dear. Okay, let's talk about Secretary of Defense Leon Panetta, who this week announced that women will now be permitted to fight in frontline positions in combat. They're going to be shooting and dying. And what's your first reaction to that, to women in combat?
I'm excited. I think that it's a great opportunity for them. You know, if you're sending off a woman who's about to go into the theater of war or welcoming one back, you got to party. You got to have a little get together. And when after the kids go to bed, there's no better way to celebrate than with the special select Fisher.
With a bottle of wine.
It's red. It's one of the least red wines there is.
What, you mean it's like a Pinot? Is it kind of light grape?
Well, it's just almost into the kind of the ultraviolet. It's like violet, ultraviolet. It's like further out that end of the spectrum. And
what kind of grape is that?
That's all handled by. It's like a closed car factory. They get the robots to solder together these things. So I don't really know about.
You don't know what kind of wine they're putting.
Very expensive to me. Very cheap for you. Let's make a deal.
Okay. Wade, what do you think? Your initial reaction to women participating in a combat role?
Well, women aren't allowed to bike the Tour de France.
They're not?
I mean, not against men.
Oh. So you don't think, so your initial reaction is it's the same as the Tour de France, or it's...
The Tour de France is the most demanding event in the history of the world.
I mean, apparently it's so hard you have to take drugs to win it.
Why would you say that to me?
I'm just going by what I saw this week.
Why would you say that?
Sorry, I didn't.
Sorry.
Windswept, what's you're a woman, so what's your initial reaction? Now you can be given M16 and sent to the front lines. What do you think about that?
I think that, well, with women and war, there is no war, for the fighting is done, for they have fought for their right to fight on the front lines.
Was that a poem?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That flowed nicely. That was interesting.
Thank you very much.
And you said you were inaugural hope, so you were a hopeful inaugural poet? You were
yes,
trying
I was on the short list.
You were? How do you know that?
Yes. Oh, I feel it. I think I was.
Oh.
I also occasionally, like 5 days a week, hostess at Wolfgang Puck's restaurant.
Oh, what, Spago?
By the airport, the one in the airport in LaGuardia.
Oh.
So D5, gate D5. Anyone going to Dallas, come see me.
All right. Women in combat, World War II. Imagine women, front lines, World War II. How do you think the war would have been different? Windswept?
Oh, war 2 times over. No more war, for we have fought. How have we fought? Menus, wet menus. Troops can't be.
Okay, so that's a poem that incorporated also your work.
I brought the past into today. For I'm a woman on the front line of restaurants.
Oh, okay, that's noble. Wade, what do you think? World War II, how would it have been different?
Listen, we can talk about what ifs and how woulds and why should and who would. and why? Who did?
Ooh,
But
that's,
why-
can I
why-
write that? Can I?
Is that a poem
That
too?
was beautiful.
Is everything a poem? Because it seems like.
I mean, what isn't poetry?
What is the
really?
definition? I mean, it seems like everything's loosely interpreted as a poem. I mean, what's on the back of your wine bottle? Is it a poem?
Just a lot of government warnings and stuff. There's a very high aluminum content in this wine, which really helps the flavor, I think. But
Isn't that bad for Alzheimer's and things like that?
yeah. If you're over the age of 50, you're not supposed to drink this. So.
Matt, World War II, Normandy, Omaha Beach, storming, all the landing vehicles, everybody's storming after all ladies.
Sure. I think we would have done it very, very well. And when we took the beach, I think a great cry would have gone up. It's Fisher time. And when it's Fisher time, it's time to reach for Fisher Special Selection alcohol-bearing fluid. Please don't drink if you're allergic to shellfish.
We're going to take a quick break. More with our panel in a bit. We'll be right back.
Yellow.
Hi, is this the hacktivist group, Anonymous?
Yeah. Sorry, hold on.
Yes, this is Anonymous. We are Legion. We do not forgive. We do not, I don't know, I forget.
Actually, how the did you get this number?
Well, Google.
Damn it.
Listen, I really admire your work, like what you did with those creepy kids in Ohio. Yeah. And I've got a couple of ideas for new operations for you guys, okay?
Well, we don't usually take requests, but if there's injustice being done, we're up to the task.
Okay, great. I thought so. All right, this one is going to make your skin crawl. All right. I went out for lunch yesterday. Yeah. I ordered a chicken parm sub. Everything sounds perfectly normal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Took them 25 minutes and it came out cold.
Okay, keep going.
No, that's it. And those scumbags, I want you to hit them where it hurts.
Well, were they discriminating against you because you belong to some sort of oppressed class, gays or minorities, or?
No, I mean, I'm actually just a married white male.
Ah, you're the enemy.
Okay, if that one doesn't float your boat. I recently saw animal violence.
Okay, that sounds a little bit more like it.
Against me. My cat scratched my ankle because our vet did such a bad job cutting his nails. I want you to hack into his mainframe and delete their internet thingy.
You want me to go in and delete their internet thingy?
Yeah, you know, just hack in on their computer and or you know what? Just make it look like they sold nuclear secrets to North Korea.
You want me to frame your cat doctor for the capital crime of treason?
My ankle itches.
Sir, are you familiar with Anonymous?
Yeah, you guys are right-wing Catholic extremists.
What?
Why else would you run around in Guy Fawkes masks?
Oh, no. That's not they're just cool. It's the comic book. It's not look, we're activists, okay?
Oh, okay.
We're hacker activists.
Okay, I got it. You want injustices, right?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Okay, I held the door open for some lady, and she didn't say thank you.
No.
AT&T isn't very good.
True, but no.
Garbage terrorists attacked my backyard.
You mean raccoons?
Al-Qaeda coons?
Those are raccoons, no.
The insurance company won't pay out.
Well, why won't the insurance company pay out?
I don't have insurance.
You, sir, are the worst person I've ever spoken to. In fact, where do you work?
I work for Glenn Beck.
You work for Glenn Beck, the actual enemy? What do you do over there?
I host a comedy show on his TV network.
All right, if you don't want to tell me, fine. You don't have to make up something stupid. Listen, do you have the computer passwords?
Yeah, sure. They're all WILLCAIN. Why?
Oh, no reason. Just doing a survey.
Huh. Well, that's weird. Did your power go out? Hello?
Let's pick a word from the word tree. Here you go, Liberty.
The word is friendship. Friendship is a relationship between friends. Friends care for one another and look out for each other.
Neat. Hey, kids, what goes on when you play at your friend Kareem Mohammed Faizan's house? We just want to keep tabs. Email Liberty the Penguin and let him know.
And we are back with Matt, Wade, and Windswept.
Thank you.
Let's talk about Beyonce, but not for too long. Beyonce's getting a lot of flack because she lip synced at the inauguration, whatever. But that got me thinking, if I had been invited to the inauguration, what would I have done? Matt, if you had been invited, what would you have done at the inauguration?
I would have done the exact same thing. I would have, whatever technological means you need to get it done, you got to do. The idea that now people are jumping on her, be like, oh, it was the national anthem, or it's not real, or it's fake. People are terrible. I know I have a similar experience. People jump down my throat about this, whether or not it's wine. And it's like, just look at it. It's in a bottle, and it's like, people constantly are like, this isn't wine.
If it's, can it be sold in a wine store?
No. But I mean, millions of things can't be sold in a wine store. A rocket-propelled grenade can't be sold in a wine store, and still it's very valuable.
But this does suggest that it is a wine. It's in a wine bottle.
The only sense that this isn't wine is that if you open the top, vapor may come out that tarnishes all your silverware.
Listen, just because there is a noxious chemical inside of something doesn't diminish its worth.
Okay, so you that's something you would drink.
I'll drink it right now.
No kidding.
What's the point?
All right.
What's the point of anything at this point?
Convenient screw top.
Windswept,
Yes.
what would you have done at the inauguration if you had been invited?
Well, since I was so close to being the inaugural poet, are you
Were you-
okay?
Were you really?
It has like a thing, like a smell.
What's in that?
What's in it? That's
What's in it is something that makes it good. What in it is something. There's something in it that gets the job done.
My nostrils are irritated.
I feel dizzy and not in a way that I like.
What would you have said at the inauguration?
Well, I had prepared my gift for the nation, and hopefully I won't spoil anything in 2016 by reading it for you now. Good God, it's pungent. Okay.
the first.
Don't open that again.
The first ingredient has been redacted on the label, so I can't really say what it is.
Oh, no.
File a freedom of information request on that thing.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
My poem? Okay. Oh, say, can you see by whose early light? Is it early? Is it late? Are we too late as a nation? Do we thrive to survive? What is Clams Casino anyway? How many ingredients go? We are the people, and everything is 15% off.
I think that's all the time we have for this week.
Oh my
Please
God.
put that away. This week's BS of 8. Join us next week for an all-new episode.
God.
You can like us on Facebook, love us on Twitter, and respect us as women. I'm your host, Brian Sack, and remember,
This isn't the
please
first
send
time
us your social security numbers in time for this.
I'll take one.
Cover that thing.
Why does it
Cover it up.
do that?
Cover it up.
You can't fall asleep
I can't.
for another 10 hours. You need to stay awake.
You're a garbage monster.